Okay, I want to talk about angles for a second. And when we talk about working out, a lot of people kind of dismiss angles of load and length of load, right? So I can do something like this, right? And I would call that a short under load, right? Because it's a very short distance, but I have an implement that is, force applied, so it's a load, right? If I do this, now, relative to this arm, right, I am long under load, right? Because there's force applied to me out here at a lengthened state. So when I do an exercise, I'm not necessarily paying attention to the weight in certain aspects. I'm paying attention to the length under load and the angle of the load. So if I do something like this, that's different than this for my arm, right? This, since it's got a lower point towards for gravity, right? So gravity's helping me get to here. That's a little bit easier than here. It's a little bit easier than here, right? Again, if I lunge and then go here, I'm a little longer under load than if I lunged and stayed here, or if I lunged and put it here, right? Because gravity's helping me, right? So if I go down here, gravity's helping me, so that is not as difficult as this, right? Also, I have more of the weight closer to the midline of my body, so it's easier to hold on to, right? So now, if I go side lunge, end it here, and then I turn and bring it here, now I'm very long under load. And that is a little bit more difficult than, taking the same weight and going here, right? This Vipr weighs about 13 pounds, right? Now, me pushing that Vipr at that angle is going to make my body work harder and in a different capacity than if I had two 7-pound dumbbells and just went right over my head. So you can't just think about weight in terms of working out or exercise or movement. You have to think about length, you have to think about angles, you have to think about where the load is relative to your body. So I want to do something like this to where that load is across and away from my body to a point to where this seems like it's 30 pounds, right? That way I have less impact on my body, right? Yet I'm challenging it enough to cause a stimulus.